Hello, this is Roland. Welcome. Today I want to talk about something very simple, and that is meditation. Meditation, because it is a protocol of submission, part of the protocol of submission to God. See, we humans are a fallen race. In the beginning, Adam fell away from a relationship with God. He had a relationship with God. He walked with God. But he turned his back upon God when he wanted to try it on his own. But when he turned his back upon God, it was required that there be some alternative to which to move toward, listen to, have a relationship with. You see what I mean? And so a new relationship developed, a relationship with a wrong relationship with words. Remember? It was through words that he was seduced. A wrong relationship with everything. And then a wrong relationship with that which seduced him away, that spiritual dimension that seduced him away from a right relationship with God. You see what I mean? So now, it doesn't matter what you get involved with. Whatever it is that promises you greatness or happiness, or false promises to make you feel good when you don't deserve to feel good, that promises you whatever, you get involved with it. And in your involvement, you change. And eventually you become a creature that is only of that. See, life is very decisive. You either have a right relationship with God or you don't. And if you don't, you have a relationship with something else. You see. And so what happened was that, having fallen away from God, the only solution, the only way back, the only remedy for all of the problems that we have, and all of the issues, and all the heartaches, and the arguing, and the wars, and the sickness, and everything that goes wrong, the only remedy is to be restored to a right relationship with God, because that's what we were created for. A right relationship with Him. Anything else is just another wrong. So how do you get back to a right relationship with God? Well, let's say that you had betrayed your country. Let's say you had betrayed your country. Let's say your country had a king. Back in the days of Robin Hood. The good king, King Arthur, or some good king. So you betrayed your country, and you betrayed him, and you went over to the enemy. But then you wanted to come back. Well, you couldn't just come back and laugh and say, ha ha ha, everything's okay. You couldn't just walk into the king's chamber and say, hey, how's it going? No, you would have to have a change of heart, and then petition and hope that he would grant you the ability to come back. That's all you could do. Nothing else. And then if you had an opportunity to approach, then it would have to be, you would have to eat humble pie. And you would have to come in with hat in hand and admit you're wrong and ask for another chance. And you would have to wait until he was willing to see you, the king. You couldn't just barge into his office or into his court. You would have to wait. and hope that he would see you. And then if he would see you, then you would have to be there at that. You see what I mean? So coming back to God has, there's a certain formality to it. It's informal. It's not rigid and letter of the law like so many things are, but there's a certain formality to it. First of all, you have to be willing to admit you're wrong for having defected from him in the first place. All the things that you do now, your anger, your rushing around, your impatience, your excitement, the way you move after things excitedly, worriedly, nervously, hurriedly. See? None of that is going to work because it's the wrong thing. See? And emotions are not going to work. See, that's part of the problem. Emotions is reacting and responding to something else other than your Creator. So all the things that you've done in the past, all of your huffing and puffing and your goal setting and your trying to make things happen, and your excitement and your anger, and all of your motivations, externally inspired, none of them are going to work because they're wrong. Only right is compatible with what's right. So how do you make yourself right? Well, you can't make yourself right. So now what are you going to do? Now that's the conundrum. It seems like an impossible conundrum to solve. But it's not. Why? Because first of all, two things. First of all, God's grace, His forgiveness, His benevolence. Secondly, Christ. What Christ did and what He is. See? And then also you can have a change of heart, a change of attitude. You can't make yourself right, but you can see you're wrong and regret what you see about yourself.